Well, hello and welcome to Access Harleywood. We are here tonight with a few of the stars from Agramon's Gate, and we are about to have a premiere in LA in about a week. So I thought today we would spend some time talking about it. Rob E right here at my side, always co-hosted and hanging out with us. Cisco right here, and Jessika. It's really cool that you two were able to come in together today because you guys are hilarious in the film in a funny way. I really dig the chemistry and the way you guys handled the roles, and it plays really well on screen. So how did you enjoy shooting the film, and have you seen anything but the trailer yet?
First, I want to say thanks for having us.
Oh,
Super happy to be here. I did see part of the film from you. We got a chance to catch up.
We did peek. Yeah.
Last year, so I got to peep some of it. About a quarter of it. I'm super excited. I got a lot of people who are excited to see it, and I couldn't have asked for a better scene partner. So we had a good time, and we're that funny couple.
Yeah, yeah. I almost said sidekicks, but that's not what I really mean. But you get what I'm saying, though. Like, it's definitely the comedic, like the light touch to things that, and the how you guys react to things is so big and so bold, and I love that. And it's one of them things that I love about Agramon's Gate, probably more than a lot of my films, is everybody made really bold choices, and it came out really good. It's sometimes risky to do that because sometimes people will look and be like, I don't know if I buy that, but I bought it. That's awesome. So, what about you, Jessika?
We definitely clicked. We were definitely silly. I felt like I definitely could be myself in that role. The goofy, the silly, the jump at everything.
Yeah.
And we clicked in that. We did.
Yeah, we did.
We were like we were good.
It was.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
I was very relieved to have her as a scene partner, and especially as sort of that person who just followed me through that personal journey in the show. And she wasn't too serious. And when I first read the script, I didn't know what I was going to do with Cameron.
Yeah.
But I didn't even see a lot of the comedic elements. But then we were on set, did the work, did the prep, got there, and I'm like, oh wait, there's a lot of comedy in here. It just came out.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to look good. I haven't seen it yet.
And we
but
clicked with it well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well.
We sort of just ran with it, and hey, that's all you can do.
We didn't have to work super hard, we connected.
Was that something you guys prepared that way, or was it something that grew once the
Not
camera was
really.
go and you
Just
guys just
grew.
started bouncing
Yeah.
back and forth like that? Yeah.
We ran some lines. Actually, her and I were there early most of the days. I think I'm always early,
That's a
except
great
for
work
today.
ethic.
But she was there. I think the first day I got there, we just started running lines. No intention behind it, just getting the lines in our mouths, nothing attached to it. And then when the scene came around, I think some of that comedy just came out, and we made a choice. And thankfully, Harley didn't harp us for it.
Yeah, no, actually,
Got to keep your parts.
But I think that's our job, is to make a choice, and then director to say, hey, we like that or don't like that. So that was cool.
Yeah, when I wrote it, I intentionally wanted to compose it in a way that a lot of the, in my opinion, really good horror movies used to be, where a chuckle or a laugh or a smile sets you at ease, and then we build again, and we just repeat that thing all the way throughout. So that way, because the steady tension can get too much. I did the steady tension with abstruse, and some people, like, they can almost not watch it because you're on pins and needle the whole time, and people are like, Jesus, give me a break.
Yeah.
And with Agramon's Gate, you get to chuckle, and then you get the build up again, and then we grab you again. So I think that was the intention. It's cool to see that we read it that way. The golf clubs and the baseball bats and all the fun stuff. It just made for so much more. But yeah, I'm very happy with how it turned out. And what's really crazy is the buzz that we're having right now. Today, we got our third IMDb news desk partner reporting on the film, which is just crazy.
Sweet.
So
Keep
so
it
just
coming.
getting all of these things just coming at us and getting that publicity. And Joe called me today and said we're maxed out for media for the premiere, so
Wonderful.
we can't
so
take any
proud of
more
all of us.
spots. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. We're gonna have a lot of fun down there. Obviously, it's gonna be a cool night.
Now, is it a
So-
week-long trip you guys are taking out there? Or how?
Everybody's taking their own trip.
Yeah.
For me and Katie, it's a week long. We was kind of leaking this earlier. Me and Katie, this is actually the first time I mentioned this publicly, but we got invited. Jimmy Starr is a guy, pretty famous show and whatever else. And I've always taken a liking to them. They put me on their show before we'd really had a whole lot out. I think Moving Part was the only thing that was out when they put me on the first time, which is a smaller film, and they took a kind of a chance on putting me on their show, and this top 100 iTunes and what is it called, what's the heart thing you call it?
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio, iTunes, iHeart.
So it's a top 100 podcast.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So-
Very neat.
so
I've
yeah.
watched one of your episodes with them before, so I've tuned in a couple times.
Oh, cool. Thank you. But so he gave me that shot, and we've kind of just stayed in touch ever since. I've been on the show, I think, 4 more times. And so he calls me probably a week ago now, and he goes, hey, what are you guys doing Oscar Sunday? Are you still in L.A.? I'm like, yeah. Okay. Are you guys busy? I'm like, no. And he goes, Sue Wong does a really, really big Oscar party. And she'd love to have you and Katie come as celebrity guests. And I'm like, that sounds cool. And I remember Sue Wong. She's a designer and she's phenomenal, but I didn't really know. So then I look it up and it's like Red Hot Chili Peppers. All these people are coming. I'm like, holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, we both get to go walk the red carpet and have some fun.
That's awesome.
And they sell $800 a plate to go to this party.
Mm-hmm.
So to go as a celebrity guest is kind of cool.
Very neat.
I'll be probably more of a fan than a star.
But
but
make sure your cell phone's
Yeah.
charged.
Playing, you're like,
yeah,
That's awesome.
it's
That's
going to be
neat.
fun. Yeah. So you had obviously worked with us a bunch of times before. What would you say was different between Agramon's Gate and the other things that we've done?
well, for one, it was definitely more scary than more drama or action, for sure. So that was my first scary role.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, I mean, that would be the biggest, I would think. Like I said, more scary compared to the drama and the action and
Mhm.
things like that. More comedy.
Yes.
I've done more comedy in it for sure. Those two would be the biggest for sure.
Gotcha. But what about you? That was your first time working with us.
Yeah,
Hopefully not
first
the
time
last.
with your team. Yeah, I'm always willing to come back and work with you guys. And Agramon's was great. First time doing a horror film. It was my second indie feature. My other one is in post. I'm actually meeting with some people out in LA while I'll be out there about that. But I really enjoyed coming in and being trusted to do the work and show what I had done. And then obviously, getting the feedback from you and saying, hey, let's do this, or hey, let's not do that, and let's try some things. And in Michigan, it's rare to get on a legitimate set. I'm sure a lot of actors who are in this industry, in this area, understand that. It's tough to get on a legitimate set. There's not very many opportunities, especially if you're SAG,
Yeah.
like a few of us. And so it's a relief when you find something in your own state that everybody's wanting the same thing. We just want to get out there. We want to create a great project, tell a story, and then we leave the rest to people to watch and hopefully enjoy. And that's all we can do.
Yeah.
And so I really just enjoyed being there and meeting your team.
Yeah.
And I got along with everybody, Nancy, Jessica, a lot of the other actors. And so for me, it was a win.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was awesome. And we've had a pretty cool little run at festivals too, and it was kind of funny because I don't know how many people know the story. The film was supposed to release in October, and my distributor said too many big films coming out in October could easily drown. Short promo for this. Don't know if I feel good about October. So I'm like, okay. And then they say, well, we release films every other month. That's how their company does it. So I'm like, well, we're not releasing in December, so I'm not going to be wrestling with these holiday movies and Christmas movies. It's not going to happen.
Sure.
So we're looking at February, and I'm like, February and April are actually really good horror months. So so we just decided to go for February. But yeah, that's why Agramon's Gate was shot before Eternal Code, which actually had its theatrical premiere in August this year. So it's kind of, or last year. It's kind of funny how things work out sometimes. But yeah, been great, lots of fun. What were you saying?
It's funny because February's probably a great time to release because everyone's so done with the holiday cheer. It's like, I want to see something scary now. They want to go complete opposite. So makes sense that's a good time to release.
Yeah, and it's sort of that indie season anyway. You know, Sundance going on, award shows are going on. You know, that whole time it sort of lines up like that.
And a lot of the big blockbusters, they try to squeeze in at the end of the year instead.
Right.
And then now a lot of them are waiting for summer release. So you don't have the same kind of competition. I Spit on Your Grave, Deja Vu with Jamie Bernadette that released last year in April. And that thing has done really, really well. And it's a horror movie that came out in April. Or March or April, whatever. But yeah, in the winter. And I think also half of the country is kind of cooped up a little bit.
Yes.
Cabin fever.
Yeah.
Timing, yeah.
You know,
Sure,
I know the LA people can't quite relate to that, but but that's the reality. Like, we have a lot less to do, and you watch way more movies and TVs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting my money's worth out of the streaming services.
I'm
now.
cranking them out. Yeah, I crank them out every evening, man.
Yeah.
You know, every evening.
Do you still prefer movies or TV series?
To watch?
Yeah.
I'm a movies kind of person. I love my TV series, don't get me wrong, but I'm into the movies more so than
Depends what I have going that
series.
week for me. If I have a lot of stuff I'm going to do, then I won't even start a show because I have to finish it if I start it.
Yeah.
I resisted watching Game of Thrones all those years
Yeah.
until the final season because I knew I was going to sit and crank
Just
it out.
hammer it out. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
and I did. I say and cranked it out. But you know, I think right now with all the streaming services, we have a lot more content out there. So it can be overwhelming to sift through. And so I try to watch a couple movies in the evening. You know, so I'll come home and I'll crank out a couple movies. And if I know that there's a show that's getting buzz and it looks good actors, a lot of cool people attached, then I'll sit and watch TV shows. So I don't really prefer one or the other. It just depends, sort of.
It's like a time thing.
That's the problem with these series, though. They're so freaking good that you're at work and all you can think about is, I can't wait to go home and watch this TV series. I'm going to stay up till 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
What are you watching right now? What's some TV talk? What are we talking TV series you guys are binging or want to binge still?
Yeah, I can't do the binging thing. I'm
Too busy, right?
too busy.
Right.
I mean,
sure.
yeah. But for me right now, I'm actually doing a retro thing. I'm doing a person of interest.
Yeah.
And I watch that and I go, dude, you're way too hard on yourself with plot. It's a great series, but the plot's garbage.
Yeah.
You just don't, like, truthfully, you can't just even believe any of it because they play with plausible the entire time. They're never at likely or possible ever. They're always at, I guess it could happen. You know, that's how far-fetched it is all the way through. And they push the pace so fast. But they have amazing sets, amazing locations, incredible screens, and awesome acting. So they get away with it.
Yeah.
And it's wild. But, like, they do everything right. The set design is impeccable. The score is amazing. So they somehow do it. But the show that I think we just finished the last season was the Ozarks.
Yeah.
I love Ozark.
New
Great.
season next
Great from
March,
Netflix.
I think. Yeah.
It actually has a touch of the TV series that we start shooting in 2 weeks.
Oh, nice.
I tell people the Tale of Tales is going to be Ozark meets Law and Order meets Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
With a little sprinkler of Sopranos.
Yeah.
It's that, and it's really funny too because we're totally aiming at a guy show, and we're saying, you know, hopefully the girlfriends and wives will sit and watch it with them. But this is one of them shows. The guy is going to be clicking the button because when we sat down and looked at this, there's so many shows, and right now everybody's trying to cater to a woman, and I get it. They've been neglected and put aside for so long. they didn't get the roles, they didn't get the parts, they didn't get to be leads, and they always had to be saved by some dude. I get it, totally get it, but it leaves a huge void for a man show. So I think that's the thing. We're gonna hit this at the right time, and hopefully he still gets to use the remote.
That'd be cool. That'll be cool. We'll have to keep up on that.
Yeah, Jessika, Jessica's cast in it. Rob's cast in it. See if we can bring. You're going to be in Cali for the whole thing, and I
can fly back anytime.
Okay,
it just depends.
Good.
So
we got to find a cool cameo for you. And
I'm an open book. I keep that schedule very open for these reasons, and that's why I'm going to go out to California and kick it for a month, 2 months, whatever. So if I got to fly back. Thank God.
Let's make him fly back.
I
think we should make him fly back. Yeah.
Good news is the cheapest flights in the
Make 'em
country are
drive
from
back.
LA or
Oh
LA
my
to
God.
Chicago or LA to Detroit.
Yeah.
My house is right between the two.
Yeah.
So I'm 2 hours really from both airports, 2.5.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're super cheap, and for us when we're getting our trip right now, we used frequent flyer miles, and like seriously, barely took any miles for both of us to do a round trip.
yeah,
I'm like, this is awesome.
absolutely. Yeah, everybody
Free
should.
food, free flights. Look at you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, free Oscar party.
Yeah.
I know.
Hey.
That's awesome.
That's gonna
Yeah.
be cool. That's gonna be neat.
Definitely
Yeah.
hats off to Jimmy and Ron Russell for inviting us. Jan is going as well with his wife Victoria. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. I started looking at the guest list when we're sitting out because somebody posted it. I'm like, wow, it's going to be cool.
Sure.
It's going to be fun.
Cell phone's
Gonna be
going to
really
die.
fun.
It's going to be too many selfies.
Right. I'm terrible at that, actually. I am awful at it.
I'm bad at.
gotta
I don't
learn.
document any of my stuff like I
What,
should,
selfies?
because I'm always running 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, unless I got one of my friends with me, shooting everything on the vlog, it's not getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not taking photos. I'm not like
Yeah.
that. If we're gonna do that thing, then somebody else has to do it because
Yeah.
I'm talking with people. We're mingling. We're trying to make
presence.
connections. Yeah, exactly.
That's
exactly.
a good point. Maybe you should
Yeah.
take somebody to vlog it for you.
You're right.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, the nice thing
Somebody
is,
else.
Yeah.
we got a bunch of TV coverage coming out to the premiere, and we have a bunch of obviously photographers galore. So they'll capture it all, which is really nice. So I don't have to worry about it because I'm terrible at it. I'm so thankful. Katie takes pictures of all kinds of stuff.
I mean, that's
just-
what girls do, right?
I think so. Yeah, guys, and when we finally decide to take a picture of something, it's like, look, this turd I almost stepped in. That's the dumbest things. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
We have that Al Bundy thing that just can't shake. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I hear that. I think my phone's got more memes on it than photos.
Oh, God, yeah.
I'm just screenshot memes all day, and
I'm guilty of that.
and so I'm never taking photos. My girlfriend's always like, we don't have any photos together. I'm like, you're gonna have to hire somebody because
Yeah.
I
In the
can't do
moment.
this thing.
Yeah.
This thing happens, I can't do it. It's just something about it. I can't even take a selfie like that. My
It's
arm,
weird, isn't it?
My arm can't do this thing, and then me, it just. I don't have the
That's
bone in
funny.
my body.
What's the name of the comedian, the Italian guy? I love.
Don't
he's
tell
like,
me- is it Joey
it's this-
Diaz?
Yeah.
My
and he's
guy.
like, and he's like a selfie. He's like, it should be called a lonely or
A
whatever. he
lonely,
says.
yeah. Joey
It's so
Diaz,
funny.
man, that guy is
He's so
he's
funny.
a national treasure, man.
Oh my God, he's amazing.
I just sent my dad a little clip of his. You ever see his Joey karate clips where he's, oh my
No.
God, dude, hilarious. He's all in his judo gi because he studied judo, studied judo, and so he's doing judo and stuff. But he did a comedy series that was on YouTube, and now I mean all that content's from like early 2000s, early YouTube, like 07, and now people have compiled all of it
That's
into
funny.
it's hilarious.
I got to check it out. I love his specials on Netflix. I've watched all of them 2-3 times. So hilarious.
It's good to have a guy like him because a lot of comedians now are afraid to
Yeah,
push the
like,
boundaries,
yeah.
and I totally get it, But he's just one of those people who's like, I'm gonna be me. People pay me to be Joey Diaz, and that's who I'm
Yeah.
gonna be. So
Yeah.
the guy's the man. Hats off to Joey. Maybe he'll listen to this podcast.
Right,
You never
yeah,
know,
right.
dude. That's the guy.
Well, it's kind of cool talking about people like you just never think. Last time for Eternal Code, we had Catherine Pacino come to the premiere, and she loved the movie. And afterwards, we're standing around, and she's like, I'm going to tell Al about it because this is a really good movie. I think he'd like it. And I'm like, what?
Cool.
Like, I could just die now
Yeah.
and I'm fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you see
and I
Irishman?
yeah.
Yeah. It was,
Oh, that was a
I did
really
not
great movie.
expect it to. I liked it a lot more than I thought I was gonna.
Yeah.
Um,
It is long.
It's very.
It
long.
is a little pacey,
Sure.
but it is incredible.
Have you seen an Irishman? Have you seen the deep fake videos on Netflix?
Yes. Oh, they are
The de-aging,
crazy, man.
These people took the footage side by side and basically compared what they could do on their computers to de-age the actors and put it side by side with what the Irishman did, and theirs actually looks better. And like they're comparing the two. That deep fake stuff is
It's
insane.
freaky, man.
Yeah.
It's freaky. I heard you guys talking about it on one of the podcasts
Yeah.
before, and I've seen a lot of the clips, and it's spooky, man.
Yeah,
It
Jim
is.
Carrey and The
Yeah.
Shining. And,
Yeah. The
You
Bill
know
Hader,
that-
it's all-
Talking about that Jim Carrey thing, we have a bunch of guys that do the mask stuff locally. They've been making some cool stuff. I believe you're in one of them. And they got all kinds of bullied to take it down by Dark Horse and whatnot.
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah.
we don't get in trouble for this, but like, you know what I think they got in trouble?
It was too good.
Too good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too good. And you know that they just announced Jim Carrey says yes for Mask 2.
Yeah.
The buzz was enough buzz, and now he's like, "Oh, I want to hop in on this, right?"
Yeah.
Or
And
something.
I'm thinking to myself, so they get that stuff taken down.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm.
That was pretty cool. The
Yeah.
whole Jim Carrey, the second mask, and all, you know.
You're just
it
curious,
was really
though-
cool, and how convenient. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I know.
You
Is
know?
that whole
Can I say
project
that? I don't know.
local? That's all shot here.
Yeah.
Or around
Yeah.
here?
Lance Cowas, I believe, is a Lansing guy.
Yep.
Dylan Seitz is, and thank you, Dylan. He actually made the DCP that we're going to be watching Agramon's Gate on.
Cool.
But yeah, he's downriver,
Yep.
Brownstown or whatnot.
Yeah, it was all shot
Kinda
locally.
right by you.
Yeah, he's actually right around the corner from me. It was
Man,
all,
the sets they have, everything. Dylan is going to come on my next horror film to do the monster because
man's a
just
makeup
looking at what
genius.
they're doing, man,
The
it's
prosthetics,
crazy.
everything that guy can put together is
unbelievable.
insane.
Yeah,
And
I've
they've
seen
got-
some of the
talented.
trailer. I have Dylan on Facebook. I think we're friends on Facebook. Maybe we've chatted a couple times, but I haven't met him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and but Michigan film is so.
Yes.
It's a small community. You know, everybody at least knows
Yeah.
of somebody
Yep.
else. You know,
Right.
even if you haven't met each other. So.
Yeah, they are still releasing Odin's 9.
Yes, that's completely unrelated to the mask stuff, so nobody can touch that.
Yeah, it's an original story, like
Cool.
a prequel original story. But yeah, we're still hoping to get part 2 back on YouTube. They're still pushing
Yeah.
for it. It was a very good movie. It's still kind of streaming around Facebook, bouncing around.
Oh yeah,
here and
there's
there.
definitely fans that stripped it and
Once it's
stick
online.
it up, and now it's every time it gets taken down, it gets put up, so you can still find it. The sad thing is, these guys had gazillions of views all over, and that kind of got stolen from them, which is sad.
Yeah.
It was at
They were so-
38,000 in
so
one
hard.
day.
Yeah.
It hit, and then the Dark Horse took it down. It just, crazy.
Yeah. Definitely some cool stuff, and that's the thing with Michigan. Like you said, it's a small community, but what I really like is how collaborative it is. You know, with people crossing over and helping with this and that. You know, Rob is making a movie. I don't know if you know that. What is the casting for this?
Project Horror. I just announced actually Bobby Lanin will be. He's one of the lead actors in it. He's Agent 1. You'll find out the name later in the film.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
I
Remember, I'm
kind
keeping it
of-
in secrecy.
Yes,
so
yes.
I have to keep a lot of it quiet. It's funny because you asked me about the plot. And I'm like, I'm having a hard time I can't give the story away. It's all secret right now. So, I've got 2 more casting announcements to make, but I will be doing a casting call shortly and be at the Royal Star Mixer.
Oh, cool.
To take some open casting to meet some people there about it. So, yeah, it's early. I haven't slept in about 2 weeks. And
Yeah.
between this Tack on show, it's and Tale of Tales. So
Yeah, that's it.
A lot of cool things going on.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
but be excited about that. So you were mentioning binging stuff earlier. Let's go around on your side. What do you?
Binging. So I try to watch the shows that I audition for.
Smart.
And the casting directors that I know I'm going to get stuff sent to, just because of the type of talent they're looking for
Right.
all the time. Some people they find young artists that they want to break out, or some people looking for the older guys for certain stuff. So there's always all these casting directors have their niche.
Niche,
So
yeah.
I watch Sabrina on Netflix because
That's a good show.
I auditioned for Harvey Kinkle, the male lead in the show, when it was a pilot.
Oh, okay.
And I've auditioned for several of their shows through the same casting director. But anyways, I started watching the show just for that reason, but also because, you know, it turned out to be really fun and fresh and new. And so I watched that all the time. And then I think season 3 just came out a couple days ago, so we started cranking through that.
Much darker than expected. I started watching it with my daughter, and I was like, "Oh no, maybe not."
I
we
loved
got to season 2.
It was totally different than I expected.
Yes,
so that was
good.
That was cool for me. So, and I think some of the stuff they do with the set and the makeup and the props is all like really refreshing from a TV show.
Yeah,
you don't. A lot of times there's not a lot of effort into that. You know what I mean? It's just like boom, 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 boom. Because turnaround on television is lightning quick,
right?
You know, but hey, I think they do a really good job with it, and it's fun. And you can watch an episode and walk away from it. It's not one like Game of Thrones where you finish an episode, you're like, God, it's 4 a.m. I gotta get the next one in though. Like I have to know what's going on.
Very Buffy-esque. If like I always told people that if they were fans of Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Angel, Sabrina really followed that line to a
Buffy
T.
was amazing.
Oh,
yes.
Buffy. I want to go back and watch. I forgot about it.
Such a great show.
Like, it's on Netflix right now?
No, I think it's Hulu. If you have Hulu, yeah.
It is. Yeah, it is on Hulu. I've got all the streaming services, and it's not because of me. My girlfriend just watches hella TV, and she's like, you know, she has to have them. So I'm like, we're gonna watch it, man. This is what we do. We're actors.
Yeah.
You know, at least I'm an actor, but she, you know, she enjoys watching film and doing all that stuff with me. So, gotta watch it. You know what I mean? Have to stay up with it, especially, you know, if you're auditioning for shows. Watch what that casting director cast for.
Yeah,
you know.
That's a great point.
Yeah, it definitely is. It is funny though when you're talking about having all the streaming services. You know, everybody's like, I'm not gonna have cable anymore. Now you have cables, just called something else.
Yeah. Well, I think cable just like became all sports for, you know, like at my household.
Only way to watch live sports.
You know, and I don't really watch a whole lot unless it's boxing. So I would pretty much only watch boxing or like Winter X Games. Yeah. Other than that, I don't watch football. I don't watch baseball anymore, even though I was a huge fan, but I don't watch anything else anymore. So Sweet 16 every year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I think that sucks almost everybody in.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You don't even have to be a fan.
The energy is.
If you're a fan of beer, you're a fan of Sweet 16.
Story on Christmas every year.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think that
you have to watch
the energy
at least 10 times.
Yeah.
True.
And Elf.
Oh, yep. And
Elf is the new classic.
It is.
Isn't it not?
Yeah.
Dude, in the last 3
Even
years,
more
just
so.
people-
I think even more so than the Grinch. I think Elf is
the new
even more.
generation.
You don't think so?
I love the Grinch. I
I
love
do-
both. I love both. It's a hard one.
It's
could
just
agree.
Elf. Every time I watch it, I laugh out loud.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's
it's pretty
rare.
funny.
I'm gonna agree with you because all right. So we went to a Halloween party in downtown Kalamazoo for Halloween, and we all dressed up as the Nightmare Before Christmas cast. Right. So I was Jack Skellington, everybody else's, whoever they were, and I get there and they're having a contest. $1,000. My girlfriend did all the makeup for everybody, and she killed it. And she's like, "We should go up there. We should go up there. We should go up there." I'm not even thinking about it. She drags me up there, and Elf is just getting this guy. Everybody loved Elf. I mean, the whole place is chanting and screaming for this dude, and he's just in the Elf costume. So I think you're right. But we did win the costume contest.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
I'm a Christmas
awesome.
Vacation guy. That one.
Oh, that's such a
that's
classic.
good
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Have to watch.
That's a good one.
But I'm saying as far as a new classic,
Yes.
I think Elf.
I think you're spot on.
I think that has
People
become one.
love that film.
Talk about Jon Favreau making a career out of, creating Elf, Iron Man. Now he's over at Mandalorian. The guy is just amazing.
What he did with Iron Man is just.
Yeah.
It's hard to grasp how much that affected cinema.
Oh my God, yeah.
Dude, I can't even put into words.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
And now he's saving Star Wars, at least in my eyes.
Yeah.
If it's not for Mandalorian.
I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to.
Oh,
I haven't yet, though.
You know
Have you
what's-
watched Mandalorian?
No.
I
It's
will.
really good.
I
Is it
will
really
be.
good?
It's like a return to
it's a
when
it's,
Star Wars was good.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah, it's traditional.
You know what I mean? Like
effects.
the yeah, because I that when we went backwards in time,
the
that didn't
prequels.
work for me.
Yeah,
The 1 through 3 were just didn't get me.
the new ones are even worse.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of the new ones.
Yeah, yes, but no.
But Mandalorian is if you're a fan of the original trilogy.
Yeah.
I mean, man,
I'll give it a shot.
It touches
I plan on
the
it. So
traditional effects. The acting's awesome. The storylines, it captures everything, and it's real interesting. They released some pictures these last 2 weeks, some behind the scenes on how they filmed it. All of it was in a soundstage, and what they did is they built like, I forget what size they called it, like giant HD screen, and basically just changed the picture behind the actors. It was just you upload a new picture for the new backdrop, and they didn't have to build these giant sets or go on location. It literally was filmed in front of a screen. It's amazing when you see some of those shots.
I was on the Jimmy Star show, and Jan was on with me, and he was a part of a giant German movie called Sky Sharks, and they pretty much hired like 20 super famous horror movie icons, and Jan was one of them. None of them acted across from another person. They were all in green screens. All
Added in later. Wow.
Everything. And they have a teaser of it, and I can't even wrap my head around that's not at all there.
right.
I cannot wrap my head around it. It's unbelievable. And I guess that has been in production since either 2013 or 14. And it's coming out this summer. And they booked like 4,000 theaters in Germany, 4,000. Like, this is going to be like some big
Changing the
thing.
style. Yeah.
New cult favorite, huh?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And it's definitely cultish. I watched that teaser.
Okay.
And it's so cultish. And that's kind of refreshing because no one really does that anymore, at least not with a big budget.
Right.
So it's going to be kind of cool to see because this is flying sharks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like Sharknado.
Sharknado, yeah.
Right.
Before Sharknado, I guess. Well, I don't know. When did Sharknado start?
I
It's been a
haven't
few
seen
years. I
any
think
of
they're in
them.
part 9
Me
now,
neither.
So.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
they're
saw
so
Meg.
fun.
I saw Meg, right? The Megalodon
Meg was
movie.
good.
Yeah.
Meg was really good.
I was like,
Pretty good.
all right, whatever. Hey, I'm gonna put something on, fall asleep. Jason Statham,
Yep.
rock and roll.
So we have a question from a viewer.
All right.
This is going to be for you three, so that's why I'm going to ask it. They want you guys to describe. This is Tevis, by the way.
Oh, cool.
He wants you guys to describe your favorite type of role to play. Is it more unlike yourself or someone that's like yourself, and why? We'll go around
Jessica,
the
you
table.
wanna start?
Jessica, kick it off.
I like both. I like being somebody that I'm not, or somebody out of my character, because most people think that when you do something out of your character, you're uncomfortable. But I get like a high off that uncomfortableness, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I like
totally
that
makes
feeling.
sense.
I like that rush. That's a good feeling for me. But again, too, I also like playing myself as well, because I know I can play, I know I can be that part, or I know I can do that, you know what I mean, without even really trying, because I got it down.
Yeah.
So.
Nice.
All right. How about this? We'll add one to that. An existing big budget film and a role. Add that to the caveat. Whatever film that you like, James Bond.
Yeah.
What would you like
who would
to play?
you be?
Or if
Yeah.
you could,
So add
That
a
would be
dream
the
pick.
woman version of James Bond.
that would be your dream role?
Yeah.
All right.
Heck yeah.
That's cool.
they are
Without a
talking about that.
doubt.
Oh yeah, they
talking
are
about-
actually.
Yeah.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple articles last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
that came out.
Because I'm behind.
Get your headshots in.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
For me, it's hard to always know what. I think that my taste changes all the time.
Yeah.
And I've got a young career still, and some of us here still do, and so I haven't had the opportunity to do a bunch of stuff. But what I've done, I really like having a love interest for me, right? It gives me a confidence on my shoulder in that character that I can bring with me. I don't know what it is.
It's like an anchor.
It's like an anchor for me, right? Because I can always go back to this part of me, like actual me. If I get a little shaky or I can't connect to it, right? And there's so many different methods of trying to connect to that character. But at the same time, I never thought, I was like, in real life, some of my friends think I'm funny, but I've never done comedy stuff, outside of improv classes and workshops. But then, I got around to getting to do Cameron.
Yeah.
And some comedy just sort of came out. I'm like, man, that was great. That felt fun. I don't know if it was great yet, but it felt fun, so I really enjoyed that. For me, it's just, can I get behind what that character wants to do, and even if you can't, sometimes you still have to. But so far, I always like having that anchor, that love interest.
Yeah.
Not saying an intimate interest, but just that dynamic of my male character, whether he's someone who's taking care of somebody, whether he's trying to protect somebody, or whether he's still trying to get the girl, because I can relate to all of those things. Right. So I think for me, that's the easy one to back up to. But right now, my dream role would be
your next role.
My next role, right? My next role, yeah.
Really, is that the truth?
Yeah, it is. Because we don't do this unless we think we can, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So and I know you dream about this stuff.
All the time.
I want to be in a vampire blockbuster so bad, it's not even funny.
We're shooting one in April.
Antonio Banderas in Interview with the Vampire.
Oh yeah,
that's the wrong.
Right, and that role, even though it's super, just a couple minutes in that film, just that role for me is everything. Daniel Craig, James Bond, we're already on it. Dude, what an icon. He changed the last 30 years of what that role was and just shaped it to completely different, from being that clean-cut, traditionally handsome, brooding look to, rough around the edges, pretty
Which
damaged.
is kind of a return to Sean Connery.
A bit.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I got all of I love him. It's just, so, that's that dream role.
Nice.
And I guess something more realistic, like TV-wise, would be like, if you guys watch Luther. Did you guys watch Luther?
No, I haven't.
God, Luther is fantastic.
Oh, Luther, yes, with
Idris Elba.
Oh, can they do more than like 2 episodes in a season?
Dude, I think that show is like as good
it's
as
as
TV
good as it gets.
It's
Yeah,
TV
I would
drama.
agree.
God, dude, so good.
It's phenomenal. Love that show.
Yeah, me too. It's amazing.
I didn't click right away, but I was so frustrated because I watched that a long time ago, and I'm like,
and then,
2 episodes for a season, and like 1 episode, and then 3 episodes. It's like,
and then you're
what
waiting
are you
a
guys
long
doing?
time. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what's going on here? It's like you're doing pilots all over on
Yeah.
repeat. Jeez, I gotta say, this Nick character, and you guys have read the script. That's damn close to a dream role for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I read that script and I'm like, I can't wait to be that and live that and just breathe that. He's such a quirky character, man. I can't wait to be there.
It's just
'Cause
nonstop. The character.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's definitely, and it's going to be a riot to play him because he's a prick, self-absorbed. He doesn't really care. He just doesn't care. And it's refreshing. And like you were saying, a whole thing about playing somebody near you or far from you. The only person I've ever played that's really close to me is Cole in Bennett's Song. That one was tricky because that was probably 80% me.
Get a little lost in it.
Yeah, like you really can. And you get lost in the world too because it's so awesome. You have all these beautiful little kids. You have a wife, and I have all this in real life too. But in that movie setting, it's Pleasantville. It's so happy and so sweet, and everybody, like, it all works out in the end all the time, and it's like it's so like a spellbinding, and that's awesome. But it is a weird place to spend a lot of time because it is so close to you. So to know where do I end and where does Cole begin gets tricky, especially when you're pretty method like I can be. So when I go outside of myself, like you go to Agramon's Gate, where I am nothing like myself.
Just looking at the poster, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's insane.
Cool scar.
It is cool.
Yeah.
You guys know the story. I almost ended up with a permanent scar because I didn't have the patience. It was itching at the end of the day in my face. So I peeled it off, and Nicole was always yelling at me. Nancy was yelling at me not to do that because it was a constrictors, like a real scar, a fake real scar.
Yeah.
And I kept peeling it off, and I wasn't supposed to do that. They were supposed to take it off of me, but I was just, I got to get it off.
Didn't you have like a reaction going on?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Pretty bad. And Nicole finally said, she goes, if you peel it off again, it's going to be a real scar, and you're just going to live with that for the rest of your life. And I'm like, okay, now stop.
Yeah, they have a tough job, man. Hair and makeup have a
Oh,
tough
God,
job.
yeah.
A lot of people don't get that. It's tough.
She's so good at it.
Yeah.
She's so good.
Her eye for it too. You
Yeah.
across the room.
Yeah.
And halfway in the dark, and she's like, "Get over here."
Yep.
You know,
I
and
gotta touch you up.
they got to be there earlier than all the actors. They got to be aware all day for touch-ups. They got to hit the makeup right. They got to take the photos. They got to
And you know how many
reproduce it.
people that go through that machinery every day?
Yeah.
And
they got
then
a
we
tough
and
job.
then we don't pay attention, so now we're doing this.
Oh yeah,
and,
you know.
drinking and
Oh,
oops,
yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's a lot of work for sure. Yeah.
What's the dream role? Ooh.
You know, I'd say
You
probably
went third. Thought you'd have this worked out.
no. I think something like Goodfellas. I know I'm not Italian or anything, but I love that's the kind of movies that I live for.
Yeah.
I live for Heat, Usual Suspects.
Oh, Heat,
Yeah.
I take any of those roles. Any of those roles.
Even mobsters.
I love
Christian
mobster
Slater?
roles.
Oh no.
I've been wanting to.
No one
I've been
saw
wanting to do like be in a suit, but being in a mobster's type setting forever. I've always wanted to shoot my own short like that. But
Yeah,
I
that'd
haven't
be
done
cool.
it yet. You know,
Yeah.
For me, because I'm not gonna direct it. I could totally see myself directing in the future. But right now, like, I want to have a team I trust that's focused on that, so I can focus on what I'm trying to do right now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I
You
feel
got
that.
a big job. You're juggling a lot of stuff.
Atomic Blonde has always been. I want to be that Atomic Blonde or
Yeah.
Red Sparrow.
Oh,
Those are
yeah. I
those
could
are
see.
my
I
roles.
could see wanting to do the Red Sparrow. That's
Yeah.
like a lot of girl power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
A lot of
deceiving.
butt kicking. And
Yeah, a lot of
Using your-
deceiving
yeah.
and intelligence that they give to women in that role. Yeah,
Yep.
that's cool.
What is it? Black Widow kind of
Black
thing
Widow?
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She's
I could see a Black Widow.
Yeah.
Definitely.
She
yeah.
kicks butt.
Yes, she does.
She kicks butt, man.
Yeah. What about you, Rob?
Well, acting.
Yeah.
I'm still learning my way there, but
Still
I'm
can have
actually
a dream
surprising
role.
how much I'm enjoying the dramatic side because I've always just kind of been more lighthearted, like goofing around, and then getting in the dramatic side has actually been a little. Not, I don't want to say easier, but it's kind of coming out a little more naturally than I expected it to dive in.
Yeah.
I'll cut right to dream role because I've had this in my head for years. I would
Okay.
say a decade now. I might have just aged myself.
Han Solo.
No, Terry McGinnis, which I've always said that if I hit the lotto and I could make my own movie, my like big budget film, I would want to play Terry McGinnis and I would want to hire Michael Keaton to play old Bruce Wayne and make a Batman Beyond film, which in the news stories, it's starting to get, the studio's actually starting to tread on getting Michael Keaton in to play
He's the man.
Bruce Wayne again. It's like, damn, I'm a decade too late. But
Yeah.
no, I always thought like that Batman
He's
Beyond
such an
storyline.
incredible actor, that guy.
And that storyline's amazing. To
Yeah.
take a young kid and take an edgier Batman, and then have the Bruce Wayne try and guide him. It was a
Yeah.
great cartoon series that had a great story,
Yeah.
and I think a movie of that would be really wicked
would be
right
really
now.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the new Joker?
Oh yeah.
And that's actually the only one out of the big movies I haven't seen yet.
I haven't seen it.
And it's one of them films that I probably would like to go see by myself. It's the same thing with Sandler and Uncut Gems. It's another one that I think I want to go see by myself. I don't want anyone talking, or I just want to focus, and I prefer an empty theater.
I haven't gone
to
to
that.
see Uncut Gems yet. I meant to. I like all of Adam Sandler's stuff, man. He's such a pioneer for what he did in his genre.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see him in Uncut Gems. I'm intrigued.
So I'm one of the oddballs. A lot of my friends loved Uncut Gem. Watching the
Yeah,
correct
you were
reviews,
saying.
I went and saw it, and
All my friends didn't like it.
I would not recommend seeing it, especially in theater. Like it was just, I love Adam Sandler. It was a different role, but the amount of screaming from the moment that movie starts does not stop till the end, and it is just he's got that unique.
Oh, the pitch.
and it just whines on your ears. And my wife, even halfway through the movie, she was wanting to leave. The story was good. Sandler did a great job. I think I've said this before. Had somebody else been in that role without such a pitchy voice, I think it could have enjoyed it a little more. But
Sure.
it does distract you from the storyline.
I had
Yeah.
some friends say the same thing.
Yeah.
And people that I respect their opinion on what they like to watch,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm still going to see it. That's my obligation.
Yeah. It's totally worth a watch.
So,
But
yeah.
I'd say at home where you can turn the volume down
Yeah.
if you need.
I don't. sometimes I go to the theater now. I used to go to a lot when I worked at a movie theater. I worked at a couple back when I was younger, so I used to see everything. But now I pretty much just watch the SAG screeners, you know, and then if one of somebody I like is in something, obviously I'm, getting that going.
1917, and I can't say it enough. If there's a
I've
movie
heard
to
it's
see in
good.
the theater, go see 1917. If you haven't, go tomorrow. Like if you've not seen it, that was amazing. I compare it to like like the 4D rides if you go to like Disney World or it puts you feel like you're going on this journey as if you're in it. I caught myself in the theater like ducking and trying to look around corners. I mean,
Is it newer?
Yeah, it came out I think it's about 3 weeks now, maybe.
Weeks now.
And it literally is. It's 2 takes, so the camera just follows for the whole 2 hours. It doesn't cut away.
That's right.
Wow.
They did that like Birdman, Birdman type thing.
But
That's super cool.
It was insane. I mean, it'll be amazing at home, but I don't think you'll be quite as submerged. As you are in the theater.
I think the TV screen's getting bigger, surround sound's getting better. I think you can do a lot more now.
I was gonna say, man, you black out the room. I get the sound bar going and the new TV. I'm telling you, I bought it strictly for my job is to watch film and understand acting, and this is so. When I went in to get my package set up, my recent one, I'm like, this is I like seeing this. That I don't like seeing the blacks all fade together at the movie theater unless you're in an IMAX. Where the screen's real crisp. Man, you can really put together a good package at home now, and it's it's enjoyable. It is.
Yeah, and it's totally different. I remember growing up when you're sitting there watching this 24-inch screen, and it's like, what the I understand how the movie theaters killed it then, but now you sit in your underwear, you drink your own beer and your own whatever.
That's the
You're
best
not paying
part, the
40.
reclined seats in your own beer.
Yeah.
Not the $13 beer at the theater.
Yeah, exactly.
One of my friends, his dad built when we were growing up, his dad built a home theater at his house.
Nancy has one of those.
And
it was sometimes test screen there.
Oh, it was
so
sweet.
Nice.
Man, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And he even got the gumball machines going on, the popcorn machine
That's
in there.
what she does. She does
the
that
confetti
too.
carpet. I mean, he went all in. He's that type of guy. He's super cool.
I still have a theater projector in the basement. I don't want to. I can put a TV screen that size down there, but to me, I still want that projection.
It's nostalgic.
Yes, I want that theater.
Man, they've come a long way too. They're really crisp now.
Yes,
really crisp.
Yeah, I got to see one of your movies on it. I got to see the sneak peek of Mirrors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that was really cool.
So what's up with this theater we're screening at in Beverly Hills?
Beverly Hills, first time we've been at the Chinese theater for both the other films. This distributor, he's like, I have a good relationship with this place, so this is where I want to go. It's an arts theater. They do the red carpet outside, which is really cool. So and it sounds crazy to somebody from Michigan, but then you're like, oh yeah, L.A. sunny.
Being outside
super
in February
nice.
sounds very weird.
Yes,
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And then so they're setting up for the Q&A and everything else, and the videographers and TV is coming inside, so watching it with us, and then they're doing the Q&A. So that's going to be pretty cool. I have never been to this theater before.
Okay.
And,
Lamere?
It used to be Lamely, something like that.
Yeah, Joey Diaz talks about it. He does.
Okay.
Yeah, he talks about it on his podcast.
Okay, because this supposed like a cool arts theater, and from what I understand, we broke through the how many people we're allowed to have, and so my manager Joe goes into the theater because he's going to check it out so that we can set everything up, and he talks to them, and they said, well, they have another screening that night, and they're not close to filling theirs. So I guess they switched theaters. So we got the bigger theater. So now we have actually some more seats again.
Cool.
Because we were maxed out, and now we kind of open it up, which is cool because, you don't want to have Mel Gibson say, "Hey, I'll come this time," and then be like, "Sorry, dude."
Sure.
So
who do we have all going from our cast?
Oh God. So me, Katie, Callie, you. Jessica's not going. Maybe.
Maybe.
Debating
Maybe
now.
stage right
Debating
now. I
now.
can't tell you yet.
Catch
All right.
that flight, yo.
Yeah.
Could be the day. Well, not the day of. The night of. I don't know. Who knows yet?
Yeah. So that's I think locally. Who else is going? It's been such a blur. For anybody who doesn't know, I jumped on board Tale of Tales, a TV show, not long ago, and at the time, I didn't really even realize how much work there was left to do. And we start shooting in 2 weeks, and so my life has been absolutely insane. The last, it's been insane, anyways. By the way, for anybody keeping track, we should have final cut of a Bennett song "Holiday" Wednesday-ish next
Really?
week.
Ish.
Oh wow.
So
Early February.
we will actually enter that into a couple big festivals that have been asking for it.
Cool.
So hopefully this is probably the first time that I can say we were close a couple times with Oscar qualifying festivals with Abstruse and Betrayed. But I think the content stood a little bit in the way to get the nod. In this one, I think we're a legit contender to get into some of these bigger like Nashville or, not Atlanta. It's is it Atlanta? That's Oscar qualifying. New Orleans and Atlanta, Nashville. They're all Oscar qualifying,
Very cool.
I think we have a legit shot. I'm definitely aiming for Nashville, knowing that we have a lot of original music and they do a lot
Sure.
of
Makes
take a lot of
sense.
music into consideration.
It's a
But
place to be right now.
it is hopping. I mean, I was down there
Yeah.
filming a bunch of times. Tennessee somehow they have this on lockdown. I know. I think it's called Jupiter Entertainment. They do a ton of work down there, and they do a lot of work for Discovery and ID Channel and stuff like that. And
Right.
people don't get it. I was on Homicide Hunters as a special guest star, played the lead detective on a case. They get 4 million viewers
Wow. Per episode.
by episode. Unbelievable. That beats a ton of shows on regular
Sure.
cable.
Yeah.
That's massive. Yeah.
And it's crazy to have a credit from a reenactment show be that big and that big of a deal. So
Sure.
that was a lot of fun.
That's, 4 million's a lot.
It's
if
crazy.
That's that's a lot.
Yeah. And they are on repeat. And my mom is like, that's on here in Europe too. And I'm like, wow.
Wow. Yeah, I know of the show. I've never seen it, but I've heard
Yeah.
of Homicide Hunters.
Yeah.
Why
They do
not?
a good job. I have to say for a reenactment show, I would say that's probably one of the best I've ever seen. They light it well. They bring in good actors. They don't undercut, because I've seen some where I'm like, ooh, not good. And they do a good job. And the crazy thing is they location scout, produce a cast and everything 1 week, and then they shoot 1 week, and they just on repeat.
Man, dude, those
It's a machine.
TV sets are just machines, man.
Oh God, it moves so fast.
It's crazy that they crank them out as fast as they do.
And they go single camera, so they still care
Homicide
about
Hunter?
content. Yeah,
Wow.
and they don't do the big master and be done. They cut in and do coverage. I'm like, I love, but I don't even they're really efficient. The gaffers and grips they have.
Yeah.
Other than when you go outside and do big night shots, then it takes a little bit of setup time. But that was a cool experience. I
How
gotta
many
say.
days were you there on set?
Well, I was there 5 days, shot 4.
Sure. Hey, that's a good week.
Yeah,
that's
it's a good,
week.
really
Yeah.
good week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For filming, that's a good
Yeah.
week. A lot of sitting around.
No.
They brought you in pretty much on
Yeah,
cue.
I mean that was
That's cool.
it was really really well executed all the way, and I was the lead detective on it. This last season, it wasn't all Kenda's cases, so some of his partners gave cases that were more interesting because they've gone however many seasons now with this guy. So they gave some other cases. So I played the lead detective that was his partner that was the head. So I was in like all the scenes. It was really cool.
That's pretty neat. That's
Yeah.
pretty neat, man. Working in TV is super fun.
It is fun. It's just a very different pace from film,
Absolutely.
When you're playing the lead and you have 4 shooting days, you get the script probably 3 or 4 days before you start shooting, and you just got to get these lines down
Gotta
no
be
matter what,
preeminent
and a ton of
Come
lines.
prepared.
We when I was shooting Empire, I mean, they give me a script 15 minutes before.
Whoa.
You know? Oh, it's
Wow.
quick, and that's everybody. You
Yeah.
know, I'm sure Terrence Howard has the script in his hand a bit before, but this is what these guys are. When you're doing TV, man, these guys are all machines. The actors,
crank it.
they're
And
machines,
writers,
man.
everything, just
Yeah,
turning around.
they're shooting the episode in. They have, I think, 8 days sometimes. So Monday through Friday, and then that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Doesn't mean they need all of them either. They're shooting 20 hours on set every single day.
Yeah.
Boom, and that episode's out 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy. But yeah, they come through. You're sitting there and they give you the script, 15, 20 minutes, you know. If you get there at the beginning of this is if they make a change. At the beginning of the day, you know, if you get there at the beginning of the day, they'll have sort of what's ready and what they're thinking about shooting and blocking out and
Still
doing all
tweaking
that.
the script though.
But yeah, they'll make a tweak,
Yeah.
especially if it's not going how they want. You know, you just got to be an animal and
Wow.
roll with the punches. And those guys are just amazing.
TV is different too because when you go on set on a film, the director runs the show. I feel the writers run the show in TV.
They're passing them scripts like this.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're sitting there, they're looking at the frame, passing. You know, let's make an adjustment. It's cool.
Yeah.
I did 3 episodes for Empire several years ago when I had a recurring role, but I spent a ton of time on Chicago PD as an extra. Actually, I was a stand-in for one of the officers, so I became his stand-in just out of the blue. This is many years ago now, but I spent like between 30 and 40 days over the course of 2 months
Oh wow.
there every day, Monday through Friday, you know, long days. And I got to learn all that cool stuff
Yeah.
and watch all that stuff happen, even though I was just standing in, you know, he's out of frame. They put you in there, you know. So, but got to see how all the parts work
That's
and
awesome.
how crazy it is and how long the days were. And that was before I had booked anything in my career, minus going to theater school and training in theater school and doing, I guess I had a couple commercials, but that was it.
I think I got to jump in and say, I think if you're an actor and you've never been on a big set, I know that we don't necessarily want to always tell people go be an extra, but I tell you, it is so incredibly valuable
Why
to
not?
get that set experience. I think as an actor, if you've only been on indie scenes, you don't even know what a real set's like.
Oh, not at all.
Please go and get that set experience because you're going to be a way better actor when it comes to you getting to a good set at some point.
Absolutely. Go for it.
So I did extra work one time, and I'll never do it again. I absolutely hated it. I was miserable, but I learned a lot
Yes.
from it. And there's everybody's just going crazy. This has got everything has to be perfect. They need you here. They need you here. They need you to not talk. They need you to talk like all over the place, and you're just like, no, like.
What was it
Yeah.
for?
But it was Transformers. The last
Okay, the last one.
Yeah,
Very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I said, it was a good experience. I actually met a lot of cool people that I'm still friends with to this
Nice.
day. But I was like the cranky pants on the set 'cause I was like, like
I was
I can't wait to go
You
home.
you should do
I'll
it
never do this again.
You should definitely do it before you start getting roles, because after you have a role, to be an extra is really hard.
Yeah.
It's almost like I remember after I started directing, a couple of jobs for me as an actor, it was hard for me to turn that off because I would see people and they're just wasting time and doing dumb stuff, and I'm like, oh.
Biting your
Yeah.
tongue.
Yeah.
And then now I've learned to turn that off. I'm not there to direct. Sit down, shut up, do your job.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I've learned that, but my director brain was kicking in, and that was so annoying. And it's the same thing when you're an actor and you're on set as an extra, and your actor brain kicks in. It's like,
It's hard.
I was
Hard.
It's
You learn
so hard.
about etiquette. You
Yeah.
learn about etiquette, and you know, you just learn to everybody has a role, and if everybody's not doing their role,
oh God, yeah.
the machine falls apart, and that's the gaffers, that's the extras,
Mhm.
that's everybody has to do their part. So when you're there, you know, be serious about it, you know, have a good time, but just, you know, you learn what you have to do and
Yeah.
just do that job.
the key.
Yeah.
Yeah. Learn something. Make the best art. I was
Yeah.
on the same. I did Transformers as well, and it was insane being on there. It was just like you said. It was just chaotic. Like It thought with like first unit, Michael Bay's here, things would kind of be running smoothly and schedule. People were. I think I was there 16 hours, and I think I had like one of the grab bag of chips. Like they never took break. It was like an old GM closed down warehouse, and it was 90-something degrees outside, and we were just pouring bottles of water on our back. But like all the the people working, like the production assistants, and were just furious. They're like,
I think what was hard for me was when I got in, I actually had a role. So I was up there with the big dogs.
Wow.
I had like good food. I got treated, you know what I mean?
Nice.
Like, and then waited there all day, last minute. No, we're going to cut this part out. And then the next day I went down to, so it was a little hard for me. It was a little hurt. I was hurt right here.
Low reality.
Yeah, and then everyone's like, So you went from like caviar to here's a bagel. No.
Yeah.
I was real disappointed in that
Bring
one
your own
single
cheese.
Bring
explosion.
your own meal.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
Michael Bay.
Michael
set.
Bay,
How do I go
you're
5
like,
minutes without an
Give me
explosion?
some bad boys.
Yeah. Past me,
That's
like
funny.
all these actors are in front of me. I'm like, this is so cool. You know?
It's funny you said that about food in TV. If like over in Chicago, if you go and you hop on a Dick Wolf show, the food spread is second to none.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. I mean, everybody eats at the same table. It's pretty neat. So
That's cool.
it's interesting. Now I haven't done a big blockbuster film yet. Still hoping. I know I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
But
It'll happen.
yeah, on TV, man, dude, they really treat everybody awesome. And like I said, I worked as an extra or a stand-in for 30, 40 days, and man, they just treat you. Honestly, I was treated unbelievably well.
Well, you said it's a machine. I mean, they've got everything down.
Yeah,
the
man.
filming aspect, even to all of.
And they do it all the time, so there's
Yeah.
nothing that slides hardly ever there.
Yeah, they're rock and roll, man. I had a great experience, and I was super happy I did it. And then after I cranked it out for almost 2 months, I said, I'm done. I said, okay,
And I
I've
know
been here.
this now. Yep.
I know this. I have to hold myself to my new standard. And what
Well, yeah,
happens if you don't get there?
You graduated.
Yeah, you try to, right? And you say, well, oh man, I'm walking away from, $700,000 a week as an extra. I didn't have any money at the time. I was broke, I was sleeping in my car in Chicago,
Yep.
middle of winter, 10 degrees. And I'm like, okay, I'm still grinding because I cared about it so much. And then once I got through it, my dad said, well, eventually you're going to have, he just whispered in my ear. He's been an actor with SAG for 30 years. It taught me a lot. And he just said, one of these days you got to stop being an extra. And I'd only been doing it a month, He's like, don't get caught up in it.
Yeah.
That's all he said to me, and I flew down to Florida, came back, and that was it. I said, nah, that's right. I learned some stuff, and now I'm going to hold myself to a new standard and try to be even more professional and go on and hope the best works out,
Yeah.
Nice. So what do you got coming out? What's down the pipeline for you here?
Oh, man, a lot of auditions, hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm blessed to have a great agent. I'm blessed to have been with her for most of my career.
Nice.
As she started, I started around the same time. And so she sends me a lot of stuff, a lot of great stuff. I'm hoping I can get on a TV show, but right now I've got, obviously Agramon's Gate's coming out.
Yep.
Super excited about that. Should have 2 other films this year coming out. I did a feature film with Jackson Rathbone and Andrea Londo she's from Narcos season 2, I believe. And Jackson Rathbone was Jasper, the vampire in Twilight.
Nice.
So he came into
Also,
Chicago.
Last Airbender. He was.
Oh, there you
He was
go.
in the Last Airbender.
I didn't see that, but
No,
yeah,
but he
he's
did.
he's a super cool guy. I got to work with them over in Chicago. I came in for a native role, and I almost didn't go. It was kind of one of those. I've never missed an audition in all these years, and I did skip out on a Kmart audition one time. I was like, I'm not going. I was in Detroit.
Yeah.
I was over here doing something, and they were like, hey, can you be in Chicago tomorrow morning? Kmart spot. And I was just like, no.
Drive all the way back.
I was like, you know what? I'm actually gonna pass on this one. I can't. I've done this. I've done the craziness. I always do weekly, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna make it for that one. But anyways, I almost didn't go because I see this thing. I'm like, oh man, I don't know what this thing's gonna pan out like. They just give you that little snippet. You don't get the full script. Harley send you the whole script. He's like, dude, what do you think?
I just
Did you-
look forward.
Yeah, he sent you the script. He sent you the script, and then 15 minutes later, he's like, "You ready? Yeah. What are you thinking?"
Yeah.
But no, I just got this little snippet. I'm like, man, there's not a lot to go with there. Not a lot to go with.
Yeah.
And so then I didn't look at the director. I didn't look at the project like I usually do. And I'm sitting there. I'm just like, Cisco, if you don't go do this, you're going against all these principles you set up for yourself on how to do what you're supposed to do. So quickly pulled out my phone, looked at the director. I'm like, oh. Okay, Ann Arbor. I'm like, oh, okay, we got something in common. Okay, this is a native thing. But you know what? I got to do it. Hopped in the car, and I'm like, man, I got to move. So I start flying down to Chicago. I get 45 minutes down the road, and I'm sitting here just like reading lines. I'm like, okay, let's go. I'm driving, trying to get stuff dialed in. I got recordings on the earbuds, just going, listening to it. I'm like, okay, I got to get in zone during this drive. When I get there, we're going. And I look at the footnote, and I didn't see that he's like, guy walks in with crisp black suit. And I'm like,
oh.
I never miss those footnotes, man. And I know that everybody's going to come in without it just because the industry's gotten really casual lately.
Mm-hmm.
It used to not be. There's always like black pants, black shirt. Like when I first started auditioning, it was always like that in Chicago. And now it's like everybody's casual. So I was like, if I come in with this suit, I have a very good chance for this.
Mm-hmm.
So I flip around and I do 130 all the way back to my house. I'm not joking.
Damn.
Fly back.
With this helicopter, guys. It's not. Yeah.
Yeah, with the helicopter, yeah. Fly over the back, pick up the suit, get back there, and that's how I got to the spot and got the role.
Nice.
And so I've got that coming out. Dreaming Grand Avenue.
Okay.
Very excited about that film. It was really fun to shoot. And then I did a film a long time ago that we're having problems in post, like all indies. You know what I mean?
Not all like all indies.
Not like Harley's, baby.
I don't do problems.
That's right. 9 and hey man, you just keep grinding, bro.
Yeah.
9 and you got 9, right? 9 here, pretty much. That's a machine.
A machine.
That's a machine, bro. So that one should be hopping out here pretty soon.
Nice.
Cool.
Jessica, how about you?
Well, I'm going to be working again with Harley in a couple of
Chloe.
weeks. I'm Chloe, everybody.
Chloe.
No, I'm actually super excited about it. This is like my therapy. This is my happy place. It's been a minute. For who of you who don't know me, I went back to school to further my education, which I think is very important.
And brave. It's tough to do.
And brave, yes. Thank you. So I'm really excited about that. And I have another gig thing coming up. I can't really talk about it again, but it has to do with the photo shoot. So that's going to be really cool. I'm excited to announce that when I can.
Almost had the exclusive.
Almost. I just got a little tiny piece. But yeah, no, just working again with Harley and everybody. Everyone's like family. I love it. I'm just super excited. And we're neighbors.
Yeah, right? So funny.
I'm going to have to become neighbors with these Miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but yeah, that's,
Silent War.
everything's in the works right now.
Is in post.
Cool.
You have that coming out?
What?
Silent War?
Silent War is
Yeah, you
coming
have
out.
that.
I'm super excited about that one. That role was different from what I'm used to as well. That more serious.
Yeah.
A war again, PTSD. It's very touching. Yeah, I'm super excited about that film. It's going to be coming out.
Yeah, no date yet, but it is
no date, yeah. So
currently
I can't give you guys a
editing
date
and-
or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, we know what you're excited about, Rob.
What's that? A lot of things right now. I'm excited
Project Horror.
I thought I was going to stick with Tale of Tales. I'm excited.
Oh,
for,
yeah, for
Tale
sure.
of
I'm
Tales.
super excited.
You're 3 episodes in?
I got 3, and then you deleted the 4th script. So I got
Yeah,
Ooh.
we're uploading them again. We actually have 6 written, and I'm pushing my co-writer Steve Copera. He's awesome, by the way. The script. It's crazy that you can almost not tell who wrote what.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. And we had a powwow and we talked about it, and we just throwing ideas back and forth and just coming up with gold. I'm loving how this thing reads and how it flows. It's kind of funny because it's definitely not Dexter, but you know how Dexter had regular flashbacks? We've become that too. And I did not see that right out of the gates as much as what we've done. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm excited for it.
I forgot to mention, of course, filming with Harley again.
Yeah.
In the future.
Yes,
You know?
absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Very cool. All right. Well, I think we
Did we clear an hour?
no,
We didn't go late?
we went late. Yes, but we
We always
know
go
that
late.
by now.
That's how
We have a
we
good
roll.
time. You know, it's funny. We should say this, but so when I started doing this show, I wanted to keep the shows under an hour because I always say, you know, when you click on a video and you're like, that's an hour and something minutes, you're like, ugh, watching that or a movie. So I'm like, I want to be under the hour, and we never ever do
It's
it.
hard when you have have so
It's
much
become
fun
the thing,
with
though.
amazing
It's become the thing, though,
people,
man.
you know?
Joe Rogan's shows sometimes are last
Yeah.
for days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some are short, some are long. The thing
Yeah.
is, YouTube wants that long video now.
Yeah.
They want as many as they can get in there, and people, people are watching YouTube 6 hours a day. They're not afraid
crazy,
to
yeah.
crank out that hour podcast,
Yeah.
man. And I really dig the space. I think it's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, Lake Orion Public TV, great spot. They do really good with us. We actually have our first table read for the TV series this Saturday here.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm going to really enjoy just seeing this because of how fast this has been moving. Some of the people that are coming to the table read, I don't even know if I've told everybody who they're
can't
playing
wait.
yet. So it's that crazy right now with how the pace is going, and
I found
also
out tonight.
it's a bit of a domino effect because you do your offers to your leads and main cast first, and if there's a gap, you have to move somebody up, right? So you can't start by telling, hey, you got this bit player role, and then be like, but you didn't. You got this role. So you're starting at the top and domino all the way down. So there's still some people that don't know who they're playing because if Jessica would have said no to Chloe, we would have had somebody that was in a smaller role that would have been bumped up to take that spot.
Sure.
So it's been really wild. And me and Katie are cranking out that production schedule tomorrow, shooting the first 4 episodes, 2 in February, 2 in March. And then I go to the feature Beneath Us All, which I'm telling you right now, I know Agramon's Gate's going to do well. We're getting a big buzz. And then comes Ash and Bone, which is a very different horror thing. But that one, I think Agramon's Gate is the sleeper. Jan keeps saying this. He says people get hooked on this because he's like, it's the perfect date movie because it's scary.
It has that vibe.
It does.
It has that vibe.
It really does because he's like, it's scary, but it's scary enough to get you closer, not go, or hide under the blanket completely and be turned off.
And it's not that unbearable suspense.
It is pretty suspenseful.
Well,
though.
I'm saying like what you were saying with Abstruse, where you're under tension the whole time, and you're just like, holy. What you were saying, we have those comedic moments with Agramon's Gate.
Yeah.
It brings
Just
you back.
breathe a little bit.
You can eat some popcorn. You're like, oh, that was hilarious. Yeah, I had a great time shooting that. I loved my scene with Aphrodite, man. I really had fun across from Aphrodite.
Yeah. No, there was it was for a horror movie. It was a lot of fun. Definitely shooting the film itself. It was way more fun than I think we really anticipated as far as how to put this thing together. And the lighter moments definitely made it like. One of the things that's awesome as a filmmaker is when you get to land a local film festival or a film festival that you can go to where you can sneak in and watch it and see the people. So I did that at Motor City Nightmares when we screened, and it was really cool because first of all, the room was like full.
That's always fun.
And people were standing in there watching this hour 40, whatever, what is it? Long movie, and they were standing, and almost everybody stayed all the way through it, standing in a room watching a projector on a medium-sized screen, and I was like, wow, that was crazy. Like all these people, and they were quiet, and they weren't like, at film festivals sometimes you don't get, especially at Motor City Nightmares, because it's a bit of a Comic-Con, horror con, and everything else.
Fans there.
Oh
a
yeah,
lot of hardcore fans.
Yeah.
Did you get to Q&A there?
No, we did not do that because they have pretty tight schedules. So when it wraps up, we get stuck in the hallway though, talking to a lot of people. And I swear, I always wish that you could quote them and put that on like on your cover
promo.
because you get some of the best comments ever, and then you're like, I want to put that on my cover. Like that's a great comment.
This is Bob from Livonia.
Yes.
Someone in red flannel shirt says. No.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty geeked, man. I'm excited to be out there. LA is sweet,
Yeah,
I
especially
need to
right
get
now.
out of
It's
here, man.
cold.
Give me all the
nasty.
snow. Like, give me the snow. Don't give me what's out there right now.
Oh,
this
yeah.
stuff is just
Yeah.
bad.
If either of you guys want to bring back an In-N-Out burger,
Right.
I'll gladly.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care if it's green by the time you
It'll
get
be cold.
here. It'll be better.
Yeah. All right. What do you say? Anybody got any last
Words of wisdom.
words of wisdom before we wrap this thing up?
Your call, Harley, on what what kind of words of wisdom we talking about here?
Good
Oh
night.
man,
No.
yeah. Jessica had her beer finally.
I did. I'm not a 5:30 in the morning or 5 in the morning person, so
Yeah.
but this week it was needed.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
Anymore.
when are you heading out?
I fly out Tuesday. Actually, I fly out of Kalamazoo and then flies here to Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I fly to LA from Detroit.
Nice.
So.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I usually drive to Detroit or Chicago to fly.
Yeah.
You know, like the tickets were literally $50.
Yeah.
You know? But out of Kalamazoo, they were still really cheap. And I was like, man, I can just drive 10 minutes to the
Yeah.
airport instead
Yeah.
of, you know, the 2.5 thing.
So for you locals, do you guys do the Uber Lyft thing to the airport, or do you drive and park?
I drive in park.
You
I'll
know,
get a friend.
You get a friend.
I'm 8
Well,
minutes from there. So
yeah,
I,
true. You
that's why
walk.
Just drop me off. Yeah.
Are there Ubers around here though?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I bet there is.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
bet there is.
Yeah. I mean, I think we most of the time take Lyft when we go to the airport, but I'm gonna park this time. Katie keeps telling me that it's cheaper to do the Lyft and Uber thing, but I'm like, no way. You can
Is it
park
not
for
worth-
like $10 a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're there for a week. That's definitely we're far away from the airport.
Are you
know,
guys
that-
renting a car out there
Yeah.
or
No.
gonna ride around
Yeah,
with
I
Uber?
mean, I'm blessed. I do the lifting, and I'm very very picky about that because I know the difference between the two companies. One takes care of people, and one cares about the people that ride.
Lyft, they do the background checks and things like that.
All kinds of stuff.
I've heard-
Okay.
And
yeah.
they care about their drivers.
Yeah,
like
yeah, they
as
do.
far as if anything happens, somebody throws up in your car,
Yep.
you're properly reimbursed to
Yeah.
take care of it all, and it just seems like they give a better shit about their
Sure.
people and their customers.
That's
so
funny that you say that because I have talked to a lot of Lyft and Uber drivers, and Lyft seems to be the way, and they also
Yeah.
pay them quicker.
yeah, I
Or a
mean you can
different
pay.
Yeah.
You can actually get paid whenever you want.
Yeah.
You can just click on your app and get
Yeah.
paid immediately. So it's pretty
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool features with them. So I'm one of them guys that you don't catch me at a Sam's Club or a Walmart. You'll catch me at Costco. I vote
Love it.
I vote with my dollars all the time because
Sure,
I
sure.
I will not spend my money in places that abuse their employees or shit all over their customers. And a lot of people don't know the difference. I do, and I vote with my dollars every day, all the time.
Yep. That's good.
And yeah, to me it is, and
It's important.
it is, yeah, because I think the only way we're gonna get people to take care of people is to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anything else, or do
That was
we wrap
good words of wisdom. Vote
It
with
wasn't
your
it?
dollars.
Yeah, make your dollar mean something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spend it in places you care about. Local business.
Yeah.
All right.
Almost been an episode with him.
There we go.
Always good
Well,
food.
you guys all have a good one, and
Yes.
we'll see you in LA.
All right.
Sounds
Hopefully
good.
see you in LA.
Enjoy, guys.
That's-
Will we?